you better get your books and pen ready, because I'm about to give you information. I'm about to give you tea that can change your life. Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, my name is Farida and this is Fari's Diary. So basically today guys, I'm sitting down, so which means I'm here to talk. Anyways, so as we all know, the student visa, the US student visa, is extremely difficult to get. A lot of people get denied because of different various reasons. It's no news. Even when I went, I watched people get denied in front of me, so it's no news. But now I'm here to tell you that there is always an exception to everything, and I was an exception. I got my visa approved, and now I'm here to give you tips, give you tea, give you information, give you strategies on how you too can be an exception and get your visa approved. Now with all that being said, let's get into business. PS, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, like hit it right now, because I'm giving you free tips. So like, why won't you subscribe? Like, so let's just begin. Now the first thing I want to tell you guys is your dressing. Your dressing is important. Like, you can't go to an interview wearing one short biker skirt or one short cargo skirt or crazy jeans. I mean, you're going there to represent their school, because I'm giving you this tips based on undergraduate visa. It can work for masters too, definitely, but I was going for undergraduate, so yeah. So you have to dress responsibly. Put on a skirt, not a short skirt, I mean like long skirt on your knees or below your knees. Then you can put on a nice long sleeve blouse, something really corporate, something that will make you look good and everything. You don't need to apply makeup. You're going for an interview, you're waking up early in the morning. Why you applying makeup? You need to look responsible, look like a student. Makeup will make you look too old and everything. So that's that for dressing. You need to dress so that when they see, they can be like, okay, she looks responsible, she looks decent, yeah. Then next point I'm going to talk about is your confidence. You need to be confident, because these people are Americans, they are white. Whites like confidence. They like people that they can talk to and the person can respond back to them. They don't want you to be fidgeting and being nervous, and then they will now have to start telling you, calm down. No, now it's serious business, it's interview, so you have to get your confidence. I know it's hard. It's even when I first went, when I got there, I was nervous, but I had to just talk to myself like Farida. We are look into her eyes, pull your shoulders up, look into, because you cannot be looking at when you're talking to them. Look into their eyes, tell them that yes, I'm a big girl, I'm a big like anyway. So the third tip I'm going to give you is go with all your documents. This one is extremely important. Don't say, oh, these documents, they may not ask. It's not important, you will not drop it. Make sure you get all your documents. Have a book that you will know, okay, yes, this is there. Check your file multiple times. Like, I remember my daddy was always like, check the file, check anything that is missing, check the file. And even me, like, before I was going, I literally almost forgot to pay my service fee. It was, I think, 2 days before we realized that I hadn't paid my service fee. So always ensure you check to make sure you have all your documents, because it is very, very important, extremely important. And make sure you also go with them, even if they don't ask you for it. You don't even use it throughout the whole day. The fact that it was with you, it's not when you will not carry it, that's when the devil will now come. They will now ask you for it. So make sure you carry all your documents. It's extremely important. Now the fourth tip I'm going to give you is be prepared. Ensure no question takes you by surprise. It's very important. A day before, a night before, 2 days before, get your cousin, your mommy, your daddy, get somebody, tell them to drill you questions. Like, you can find them on Google. That's what I did days before, and I still did it the night before. I got a lot of questions from Google, and my parents will ask me, will think of an answer to give, will wrap up something, and that was what I did, and it really worked for me. No question took me by surprise. Everything, I'm just like, oh, I know this, oh, I know this. So I was just answering everything. So yeah, because they will now go and ask you a question that I don't know. What do I say that is right? What do I say? What if I say this and is the wrong thing to say? So make sure you practice very, very well. Then the fifth tip I'm going to give you is make sure you answer your questions strategically. This now leads me to how to answer questions strategically. So yeah, First tip on how to answer questions strategically is make sure you never lie. I repeat, never lie. These people, they're under the government, they are part of America government agency, whatever. They have computers. The computers contain documents of everybody in America. Do you have any relatives? Yes, I have relatives. Sorry about that. Yes, I have relatives, I have siblings. Don't go and now lie that no, I don't have relatives. You don't need to lie about your relatives. It's okay if you have relatives there. I had relatives there, I have a lot of relatives here, but I still got my visa, so never lie about that. And if you don't have relatives, tell them that you don't have. Have you ever traveled before? No, I have not. Don't go and be saying yes, I've traveled, and then it's not on your DS-160, because they will see it on DS-160. They have everything. So that's just it. Make sure you never lie. Just tell them the truth. If you quality, they will give you your visa. You just have to make sure you don't give them a reason to deny you, and that's it. So the second thing I'm going to give you on how to answer questions strategically is the first question always counts. Is that first question that will determine if they want to continue with the interview or not. That's why most of the time they can just ask you one or two and they will just say you're not qualified enough. You will not be like, they just asked me only one, they didn't even give me a chance. That one question already tells them a lot. So like, I remember the person that was before me, before I went to the visa officer, the person when they asked her the first question, my visa officer, she always started with, why do you want to study that particular course that you want to study? So she just started rambling and saying all the answers that she has crammed. In my mind, I was like, babe. So that first question really counts. So make sure you're not vague, you're not bland. There was another visa officer that our own question started with, why do you want to go to the US? So you can't just say to school, to visit. No, that's too vague. That's going to be like, are they forcing you to be here? You're not ready, and they will tell you you're not qualified enough. So if you get a question like, why do you want to go to the US? You tell them, I want to go further my educations. I'm majoring in biological science, majoring in economics in the University of Texas, in Texas State University, that kind of thing. Give them like three sentences to make them be like, okay. That will not make them ask you, why did you pick this course? Make them, you can't just say, why are you going to the US? To go and school. If they ask you a question like, why did you pick your course? In that kind of question, I like that question, because in that question you can make them know that you have plans of returning. Now this thing is very important, because most of the time they don't give people because they will believe that this person, if she goes now, she's not going to go back to her country. I'm not saying that you should not tell them, because somebody did that, because like in the interview in the embassy, you will hear other people's answer. You will hear if they got accepted. You will hear. That was even why I was even scared, but God did. So when they asked her why she picked economics, because that was what she wanted to do, she just kept on talking. Then at the end she was like, I'm not going to stay in your country, I'm actually going to come back, that kind of thing. Nobody asked you. They will never ask you that. It's from your answers they can pitch that, okay, this girl has plans of coming here. What I said when they asked me, I was just like, that's not what I want to permanently do. I plan on using that as my stepping stone. From there, I want to go to medical school. I would like to come back to my country after that to develop the health sector of Nigeria with the tips I learned in America. So that's basically what I said. From that, the visa officer will know that, she has plans of coming back. I didn't say it, but I was just answering the question that I was asked. So that's just it, and that will make her intrigued to ask more. So another tip I would like to give you guys is, for every question, make sure you deliver a document and evidence, that kind of thing. As long as the question requires documents, even if they don't ask you, even if they might not even look at it, just because you have that document will give them this satisfaction, this belief that okay, she's legit. Because this is a country that everything is always documented. They believe in fact, evidence. So if they see you as a person that always documents everything, you have your facts, you have everything ready, they will be impressed, they will be intrigued, they will want to know you, they will want you to come to their country and actually be part of their university. So if you ask a question, for instance, this is actually the major one, they will ask you, who is your sponsor, or how do you want to take care of your financial part of your university, that kind of thing, about money in general. always ensure you have documents. If let's say you're like, oh, the person taking care of my finances is a banker, this is his bank statement, this is the letter of sponsor, she will not look at it, he or she will not look at it. But the fact that you were able to bring it out, that will actually impress the visa officer, and she'll be like, oh, because when I did mine, because the question they asked me was, what does your mom do? And I was like, oh, my mom works in like my family company, my family business. And I was like, oh, this is what they do. I told her the name, and I was about to even give her pictures of the things that they do. So she was just like, oh, never mind. And I was like, yeah. I'm sure she was impressed that I actually had everything documented. Like, oh, they don't want to give somebody visa and then the person becomes a liability to them. They want to make sure you are well equipped, you have everything ready to take care of yourself. Like, that's just what they want. So the visa officer that you might actually want to look at it. So make sure that whatever you have is legit. Well, most of the time they won't look at it because that's just slowing down the whole process. But just because you add it, they would really appreciate that. Another tip that I would like to talk about is do not be vague. I've kind of said this earlier on when I was talking about first question count. Never be vague. This is also in the aspect of who's your sponsor. What I mean is that when they ask you who's your sponsor, don't just say Mr. Adebayo. What does Mr. Adebayo do? Where does he work? How are they sure that Mr. Adebayo can undo your finances? Who is Mr. Adebayo to you? That was what another girl did too. When they asked her who's her sponsor, she just said the name. The visa officer now had to ask her, oh yeah, who is it to you? Don't make their work stressful for them now. Be sharp. So even after she asked who is it to you, she now said uncle. They don't really think that an uncle, what if the uncle just wakes up and is like, I don't want to pay for your school fees again? So that's why it's always good. This brings you back to bringing out your documents. If you can say this is the letter of sponsor, that's an evidence that already shows that that sponsor has already said that he's paying for your school fees. He has signed it, so he cannot withdraw because that's illegal. But if you just say Mr. This, you don't have like letter of sponsor, no bank statement, you're not even saying what he does, you just said Mr. This. I don't want to know who Mr. This is. So when they ask you your letter of sponsor, you say letter of sponsor is Mr. Biola. Oh, he works in this place. Oh, he does this. Oh, if you don't mind, here is my letter of sponsor. Here is his bank statement. And the person will be like, okay, that kind of, it will flow. That's very, very important. That sponsorship question is what usually disqualifies a lot of people. So make sure you take note of that. And yeah, then I also want to tell you guys to be genuine. This is also very, very important. This is one, I think this is one thing that I learned when I went for my visa interview, because I was about to start saying Google answers that I've crammed. Like when they asked me why did I choose my university, I was already researching like things about UTA, like what did they have that I can see, that I will not be like, oh, I picked UTA because UTA has the best this, the best that, the best this. It was so unnecessary. It was a night before, I think I watched a video because I found a bunch of visa officers on YouTube that I actually learned from. So they said that they want you to be genuine. I'm telling you that you should be genuine. When they ask you questions like that, that's the question that's what they will use to know you personally. They hear all those things a lot. It's their country. They know that UT has the best this. They know that the school has the best that. They know, but they want to know you. Why you personally, in your heart, you chose that school. They want to know. They like personal things like that. They like hearing something different, something unique, something out of the box. So this will definitely work for you. It worked for me. When they asked me why did I pick UT, I said because I had the opportunity of going for one of their orientations and my sister was there, and ever since then I just fell in love with the school. I loved that they were so welcoming to their students, and I just knew that was where I wanted to further my education to when it was time. And then from that she was like, oh really? She was even like, really? Like I was like, yeah. So you can see it keeps the conversation going. It makes them know you personally, the kind of person that you are. There was somebody else that I even watched on YouTube. She said she told the visa officer that because out of all the schools she applied to, the school that she picked seemed to care about their students more. Like it was only that school that used to send them emails like, oh, this is what you can do when you come to this school. You can join this club, you can do this. But other schools, after they admitted that, they just stopped talking. Like, if she has said that's her business. So that was what she said. And she also said that the visa officer too was like, really, like, answers like that intrigues them. They want to know that, wow, this girl is quite, she's smart, she's sharp, things like that. You can say, oh, if you don't have that kind of personal relationship with the school, you can be like, oh, a friend I have told me about this school, and then I just fell in love with this school. There's this movie I watched, and then the school was in the movie. They talked about the school, and I was just like, wow, this is a really nice school. I really want to go there. Or you can just say, I saw a program that they were offering on my phone, and then the way the students were happy talking about the school, I just love the school. Give them something personal. That's very, very important. Be genuine. So, and with that's all my tips that I have to give you for today. I hope you learned a lot from all my talking. Just make sure you follow these tips, follow these strategies, because they are super, super important. And trust me, you will get your visa approved, because they can't see quality and deny quality. They will definitely approve your visa. And before I end this video, I also want to tell you guys that all these things will not work out if you also don't back it up with prayers. So before you go for a visa interview, a night before that day, pray. Nothing God cannot do. So in case maybe there's somebody that is like after you, that doesn't want you to go to America, God will help you and cancel them out of your way and make every crooked way straight for you. I pray that you guys too that are looking for the US F1 visa, that you will definitely get yours, and you will surely be happy too. And thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, give this video a like, give it a thumbs